guy sold it to me for $3,500, brand new, hand built from scratch, because I'm going to photograph it for him for his catalog and website and everything, like professionally photograph it for him. Yeah, dude. I mean, it's insane. And this Audible Illusions M3D is like, for the price of it retail, anyone in any of these audiophile forms, whatever says, it will compete with any $30,000 preamp made. Really? It's like it's a cult status type preamp. I mean, I could have spent more, but I mean, I got the deal of the century, and man, I don't know. What do I mean, it's as good as I'll ever need. Right. And once I get a good cartridge, then I'm gonna upgrade my amps. You should come over now and hear this too, man.
Yeah. I mean, you talked to Puckett or you ordered?
I talked to Puckett. He's actually the one that turned me on to this Audible Illusion.
Do you get that one with the real colorful spray paint? We say it's spray paint. What color is it on? Is that blue? Uh-oh. It's blue, but it's very rare. But fuck.
Yo, what's up, Bob here? Welcome to Vinyl Finds on the Bob Bradley YouTube channel. This is number 40. That's right, folks. Number 40. For this 40th Vinyl Finds, I went on a major vinyl hunt and got a medal. It's about 30-something records. I'm going to try to get through them quick. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on them. I'm just going to kind of show them and move on. Maybe with a little bit of commentary. Sitting today with this old telly. That's right, folks. This is a well-worn Telecaster in perfect playing condition. I am a person who plays both Fender and Gibson. I don't really do brand loyalties. That would be like a carpenter saying, I only use Phillips head, not flat. So, got this old telly with me. Let's get started. I have all the records face down. I don't know what I'm going to pull, so it's going to be a surprise to me as well. Number 1, Ba-Boom, Son of Smilson. If you don't know, last week I showed the point. I've been really getting into Nilsson, and this was really clean, and I thought, yeah, I'm going to get that. It's on RCA Victor Black Label. Super clean. As you can see, I have ran out of MoFi sleeves recently. So I will be re-upping. Next, boom, Kinks, You Really Got Me. That's right, the song You Really Got Me is on here. Original price tag, 99 cents. If you don't know, Van Halen made the song even more popular than it already was. This is an okay copy. Has a little bit of ring wear on the front, but I didn't have it. It is on the Tricolor Steamboat label. Oh, here we go. Boom, over, under, sideways, down, Yardbirds. First stereo pressing, back sitting, looking cool as a mother. On the front, this is on the tasteful yet simple epic yellow stereo label. This is a cool record. If you don't have this, you should probably get it. Jeff's Boogie's on there. Here's one of my favorites. Boom, Tom Waits, Closing Time. Beautiful, beautiful record. This is when Tom is singing in fine form. It's before he starts
getting really gruff.
And, you know, there's some acoustic guitar stuff on here. It's a very rootsy kind of record. Beautiful piano. This is actually on the Blue Asylum label. super glad to have this really clean vinyl. So I got it. A bit of ring wear on the front, but what are you going to do? Speaking of ring wear, Flying Burrito Brothers. This is Burrito Deluxe. If you don't know about the burritos, check them out. This is pretty much the beginning of the Americana genre. This is on the kind of a goldish brown A&M label. Super glad to find that. Pretty cool. Let's get into this Joe Walsh trifecta here. Boom, Barnstorm, super clean, turned to stone. Oh yeah. What can you say about Joe Walsh that hasn't already been said? Guitar, he is the guitar god to the guitar gods. I will take Joe Walsh in a trade situation over all the Eagles. And if you've never watched a lot of Joe Walsh on YouTube, there's some cool videos of him playing like Turn to Stone and stuff where he's got his Les Paul and he's wearing this giant belt with all these conches all over it, and he's just murderizing the back of the guitar. I'll pin and post that in the comments as soon as I get a chance, guys. Boom. The smoker you drink, the player you get. Little bit of ring, just a tiny bit of ring wear, but overall crazy clean. Rocky Mountain Way. So if you want to hear that master class in talk box, right there guys, right there. Rounding it out, but seriously folks, life's been good in the shrink, guys, in the shrink. Some of these Joe Walsh records only have like a few really killer tracks on them, and then just some in the middle material there. But I love Joe Walsh, so I get them all. I get the James Gang, I get Joe Walsh records, I get some of the Eagles stuff. You know, talk about super clean. Crosby, Stills, and Nash, and Young. So far, artwork by Joni Mitchell. Probably some of the songs also by Joni Mitchell. This was really clean, super cheap. On Atlantic. Boom. Had to get it. It's a good record to put on if you have company over or something. You guys are just listening to some records and vibing out, because it's got all the songs on it. Let's get into a bit of R&B, soul, funk stuff here. This was an upgrade copy from me. Stevie Wonder, Fulfilling This, first finale. I had a copy, had a little bit of ring wear. Saw this, Dead Mint. Dead Mint has the funkiest Stevie Wonder song on it. That's right, folks. Boogie on Reggae Woman. If you don't know, that's the funkiest track that Stevie Wonder ever played. Okay? Get that record. Aretha, Hey Now, Hey, The Other Side of the Sky. This is one of those cool covers that you can turn both ways and it looks cool. This is on the Atlantic label. This is Dead Mint. Had to have it. Dirt cheap, super clean, kind of a no-brainer. Let's go with this. This is a dual, boom, Marvin Gaye situation. Midnight Love, I Want You. These are kind of in the style of what's going on. Lots of strings, lots of Marvin Gaye singing his ass off. These are great records. Inexpensive, super clean, had to have them. Full disclosure, bought this record because I passed on a copy of it before, and my buddy bought it and called me and said, hey, by the way, did you know that you left a record that is over $100 sitting in the racks? And I said, no, I did not know that. And he said, yeah. And this is a record called Swing Sessions. It's by this Japanese fella here and this young lady. This is a bit of a jazz record. It goes for a bit online, in theory. It was cheap. I didn't want to leave it again, so I bought it. I may do a little needle drop on it, let you hear some of it. I didn't, I could trade this if I don't like it, or whatever. It's worth so much money. I just didn't want it. It's the audiophile pressing, and I had to get it. Okay. Here's one that I do want, that I am going to listen to, that is mine. Okay. Miles Davis, Nefertiti, Minty, in the shrink. Original price tag, $2.50 on that 2i Columbia hitter. Okay. Miles Davis, Nefertiti, super stoked on that. That kind of rounds out the jazz stuff. No more jazz, but I need to keep moving. Next, boom, Gentle Giant, The Missing Piece. If you don't know, gotta be quick. There's a puzzle on the back of this. And guess what that puzzle has? It has the cover to the other Gentle Giant record I bought. Three Friends, right here. Oh yeah, has the coolest looking cover of any Gentle Giant record. This is progressive music. That means that's a fancy way of saying these guys can play their instruments pretty good. And they also make these cool covers. I like this one enough that I have it proudly displayed up there because it is a really awesome looking cover. If you've been watching the videos, you know that I've been going to a secret location that somebody sold a kind of a Fripp/Eno collection to. And they've been putting the records out slowly but surely. And I've been going in there and picking them off as best as I can. Here we go. Boom. Brian Eno, Discreet Music. This is probably my favorite of the Eno ambient records. I like this better than Music for Airports or, any of the other ones, really. This one is really good. I like the way this cover looks. It's on this EG label and Editions EG, if you will. And, it was imported by Jim, I assume. Really glad to have that. Yeah. Also found this. Boom. King Crimson. This Lark's Tongue record. It's in decent shape. I used a little bit of pencil eraser on it. Got some of the dirt off the front of it. It's on that Atlantic label that everybody knows. It's a cool record. Typical King Crimson. But speaking of King Crimson, bam, 3 of a perfect pair. That's right, this is part of a 3-record kind of group that King Crimson did. This is a Dead Mint copy. Fripping out on this record. Really cool. I believe when I showed some other King Crimson records, somebody commented that was one of their coolest records. So there it is, folks. Found it just a few weeks later. Speaking of Fripp and Andy Summers from The Police fame, I Advance Masked. Hype sticker in the shrink, super cheap. I think this was $4. And part of some poor soul's collection where he had to sell off all his Fripp and Eno. Moving right along. Here's a 45 that was part of that 7-inch collection that I showed a few weeks ago. This is D. Charles Spear and the Helix. I thought it had a cool cover, so I somehow missed that the first time around. On recommendation from Richard Riley, The Raconteurs Help Us Stranger. Haven't opened it yet. I'm going to open it and review it. I do not have that cool lenticular cover that Richard has. I believe he's probably a Vault member and gets all the cool stuff where I'm slumming it with the standard Raconteurs version of the record. No moving hand there. But I'm excited to hear it. So, Dream Pop, Cocteau Twins. This is a bit of a very reverbed out female vocals, drum machines, bass, a little bit of guitar, lots of synth and keys and things of that nature. If that sounds like something you'd be into, you might want to check out the Cocteau Twins. Scottish, possibly? Maybe. I may be wrong, but they may be Scottish. Bam. Original pressing tool. Undertow. That's right, folks. Sobers on this. Was looking for this for a while. This is super clean. Saw it and was like, thank you. I'll have that. Speaking of things that are things I had to have. Boom. The Cramps. Can your pussy do the dog? Look at this cover, folks. I mean, does it get any cooler than a Cramps cover? Really? I mean, come on. I mean, look at this thing. It's awesome looking. That's a 45 RPM 12-inch single. Here's some real solid material that I would recommend to anybody. Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds, Your Funeral. Yeah, if you don't know Nick Cave, check him out. This is original pressing of the record in very nice condition. It's a double LP. Let's see what we got coming up here. Boom. Violent Femmes, Hollowed Ground. This is just me adding more Violent Femmes to my Violent Femmes collection. This was inexpensive, very clean, on Slash. Everybody knows these Violent Femmes records. I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about it. Here's a bit of a hard to get record. Kind of a, I don't know. Take it for what it is, guys. Sonic Youth, 1,000 Leaves. This is a typical Sonic Youth record. Drumsticks in between the strings and the fretboard and just going... Kidding. They do a bit of that. But this is Sonic Youth record. This is a first pressing of the record. Very, very clean. Label looks like this. If you're into Sonic Youth, yeah, you probably should get it. Here's a record I bought on Nostalgia Only. BOC, that's Blue Oyster Cult. This is Fire of Unknown Origin. Look at how cool this cover is. The back is equally as cool. I'll try to open it up for you real quick. Whoa, look at that. Oh, gold label promo. Yeah, has Burnin' For You on it. You probably know this track. It's a radio track that was, pretty cool. Has the guitar that's like, pretty cool. Fire of Unknown Origin. Cool looking cover. I used to dabble in the martial arts when I was young. And I had an instructor, Sifu White Dragon, Todd Knight. He was a nunchuck virtuoso and master. Passed on that skill to moi. And he played a little bit of drums. And he would play drums to Burnin' For You. So, yeah, I think back fondly on that record. Speaking of promos, AC/DC, Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap, hype sticker, radio station thing here, gold label promo on Atlantic. This says all selections recorded in 1976 by Bon Scott, Angus Young, Malcolm Young, Mark Evans, and Phil Rudd. Many times I've showed my Australian copy of Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap. Now I have this gold label promo, which means that my other American copy of Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap will go into trade fodder. Super stoked on that. Here, speaking of gold label promos, again, yeah, that's right. There it is. Ozzy Osbourne, The Ultimate Sin. Jakey Lee on this. Stunning cover. Ozzy, some type of creature here. Got this drawing of this kind of bodacious babe on the front. And Shot in the Dark is on this. That was the big track. Jakey Lee is a monster among men. What a beast. Didn't get his fair share of accolades just because, you know, coming off that Randy Rhoads tragedy, what are you going to do? Anyhow, next up, found this Cacao original pressing of Guns N' Roses' Appetite for Destruction. As a young man, I would draw this cross over and over and over again. Got my skull drawing skills really fine-tuned. That said, saw this clean copy, super cheap. It's on that Geffen G&R label. Now I have, let's see if I can make this happen. Boom, now I have both original US pressings of the record, as well as that anniversary one with the holographic side. Super stoked about that. I love that record. Mr. Brownstone, My Michelle, Move to the City. I mean, it's a real killer record. Speaking of real killer records, this is post Cliff Burton. I had this already. I know I had this very mint condition copy of Garage Days, the 598 EP. Boom, found another this weekend. Could not leave it behind. Was inexpensive and I had to have it. I also found a original first pressing of Master of Puppets. The dude wanted $25 for it and it was a bit blasted, so I left it behind. I'll put something up here. I don't know if I shot video or just took a photo, but I'll put it up. Also found this. This is kind of a blown out copy of Lou Reed's Sally Can't Dance. Sporting a bit of ringwear. It's on the Dynaflex on that orange RCA label. You know, classic record. Lou Reed. Got these shades on. And you know, it's on everything that's on these orange RCA labels I tend to love. So bought it. Let's keep on going here. Boom. This looks like Iggy Pop and the Stooges, Raw Power. This is a very lo-fi record. Very lo-fi record. Opens up with Search and Destroy. If you don't know this record, it sounds like a garage rock record. You know, it's got one of the coolest covers in the game, but it's not going to sound real awesome. It just sounds okay. Great songs, great spirit. I get it. It's the total package, honestly. But if you want to hear a much better sounding Stooges record, that's right, folks. I found this in the wild, no record stores. I paid a little bit for it, but not near as much as it would have cost me if I would have bought it at a store. Bam. Stooges Funhouse. Yes, it has a bit of wear on the front cover here. It does. Okay? This is a wild fucking record, okay? You don't buy this record unless you kind of go hard in the first place. More than likely, the person who owned this record did not use outer sleeves, kept the record in the jacket, you know, a bit of ring wear on it. This is a matte record. They tend to get that ring wear pretty quickly. That said, I was thankful. Oh, it's on that butterfly hitter. That's right. This is the first pressing. Whoever had this record took excellent care of the vinyl. VG++ on the actual record. The plays super quiet. No hairlines, no scratches, no scrapes, no nothing. It's great. The cover's got a little bit of wear on it, but I'm super okay with that. I'm happy to have it. It's not a placeholder for me. This is a grail, realized, out of the wild. Bam. Bam. That completes the record haul. It's like 30-something records. And, you know, some pretty good stuff in there. I'm going to have to get to work putting it all away. If you haven't heard If you haven't heard my latest record, I'm in a band. It's called Condors in the System. The record's called Music from the Eagle Nebula. It's on every major streaming platform, every place where fine music is sold. I will link to it to the Bandcamp page. We also have our first record on the Bandcamp page. It's called Lose It All. Check them out. At least just give them a listen. You don't have to buy them, but you can at least check them out and listen to them. So do that. Please like, subscribe. Please like, subscribe. Tell a friend. Leave a comment down below. I will try to respond. Until we meet again. That's right, guys. Bob out.